Hey guys, Kate Bim here, family lawyer in Montgomery County, Texas. Remember, I'm a lawyer, not your lawyer. This is just for public information purposes. One of the biggest things that I hear in initial consultations is when it's a divorce and someone comes in and says, my spouse is telling me that I'll be left with nothing. That's really rare unless you have nothing to begin with. And look, there are some people who come into my office and they're functionally bankrupt. They owe more than they own. So under those circumstances, you are likely to be left with nothing, but you didn't have anything to begin with. However, if you do have a lot, or you even have a little, the likelihood that you will be left with nothing is really very slim. Experience tells me, and again, this is based upon the courts where I practice, experience tells me that judges are likely to award each party a just and right division of the assets and debts that you have. What your percentage is depends upon a number of factors that are much too complicated for me to get into here and are also dependent upon the facts of your case. But what that division is likely to be, it depends. That's the lawyerly answer to everything, by the way. If you watch more of my content, you'll hear me say, it depends a lot. You're not likely to be left with nothing. So you really need to meet with an attorney who practices in the area where you live and discover more about how your local courts are likely to treat your circumstances. But hopefully this is some good and public information for you to understand better your circumstances and maybe develop some other questions that you might have when you have a consultation with your own lawyer. Now, if you have more curiosity about the subject matter of things I hear in my consultations all the time, you can pop on over to my YouTube. There's a long form video with the top 5. Probably a bottom 5 because they're all pretty horrible. Remember, I'm a lawyer, not your lawyer. Good luck in court.